Hey guys, so I eat, breathe, sleep, I live in Destiny 2 PvP, and there's a lot of things that I've learned, especially in the recent couple of seasons with the changes to the matchmaking systems, to team-based matchmaking, and all the different playlists that we're experiencing right now, and how we jump from Iron Banner to Trials of Osiris to Quick Play to whatever the rotators are. And there's some things that I've picked up on, a few things that I'll refer to as PvP hacks. There's 3 of them I want to talk about today. Things that are instantly going to help your PvP experience. You're going to win more, you're going to perform better. And I call them hacks because they're not directly linked to player skill. It's not about enhancing your own play. Sometimes you feel like you're banging your head against the wall and you're wondering, what can I be doing better? I feel like I'm playing pretty well. These are just passive things that you can do to help enjoy your PvP experience better, and they're gonna help you play better. But please remember, everybody, while you're out there on the internet, even while watching this video, while you're browsing, hey, it is important to stay safe, just like we're gonna be playing the system, maybe cheating it a little bit here to enhance our own performance. There's people out there who have learned how to cheat the system on the internet and play the game properly to get access to your personal information, your passwords, your browsing history, all that stuff is up for grabs. So the sponsor for today's video is going to help keep you safe in today's internet environment. I'm talking, of course, about NordVPN. They're one of the biggest names in personal online security these days, and for good reason. If you download and install NordVPN, it's going to do a lot of work for you, including protecting you from malware while you're browsing. It'll even completely remove really dangerous websites from your search results while you're browsing. It can clear the spam and the ads away on various websites so you can just read the stuff you're interested in. And it can even help you access content that maybe you paid for, but now it's region locked because the streaming service decided to move it to a different region. But they even offer other apps like password managers that keep all your passwords locked down in a secure vault for you to access when you need them, and data breach scanners as well to see if your information may have leaked out there somewhere on the internet and is in the hands of someone you shouldn't trust. VPNs like Nord have been a non-negotiable for me. I have to have them because with my work, a lot of times I'm in airports, I'm traveling to different cities, and I need to access really sensitive information like my personal YouTube account that my entire income is based on, and I don't feel safe doing that in an airport around all these other devices that could potentially have access to mine. So follow my links in the description and the pinned comment to get an exclusive deal on a 2-year plan plus 4 months for free on top of that. It's a huge deal. And if for some reason you decide, you know what, I don't think I need this, you got a 30-day money-back guarantee where you can choose within a month, hey, you know what, I don't think I need this, and you refund it, no problem. It's completely risk-free, you got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Now let's get back to talking about what you can gain with my 3 PvP hacks. Alrighty, like I said earlier in the video, these 3 hacks are not things that you're going to go home and practice and work on getting better at. Those would be skills, things you have to develop. These 3 things we're listing in today's video are just things you can do to instantly improve your experience. Now, some people may not vibe with all of these, and that's all right because, quite frankly, I don't either. These are more or less observations, not a testimony to how I play the game. And the first hack is a clear example of that, because hack number 1 is duo queue. That's right. As gamers, we are notoriously allergic to social interaction, but Destiny is currently designed to allow duos the path of least resistance to success. It's strange because it hasn't always been the case, but some key developments in PvP in the last 2 years specifically have made the duo queue the strongest format for PvP success. Duo queuing directly bypasses some of the biggest pain points in PvP right now in multiple playlists. If you duo queue with a player at or near your own skill level, you're going to bypass things like the botched lobby balancing system right now. It's a lot easier for a duo to carry the weight of a potential lesser skilled solo than it is for a solo player to carry the weight of potentially 2 less skilled players. So duo queuing in the 2 most popular 3v3 playlists, Trials and Comp, is going to help with your win rate right off of the bat. And in Trials, it's going to help you avoid the randomness of solo queuing where every match is a total crapshoot. And when you can only lose 2 matches, that's a problem. At least you've got some consistency with 2 players. But you're also going to be avoiding the cheesy 3-player strats out there that can be downright oppressive. And that's really the key. And trust me, there are some downright awful teams of 3 to play against out there. Clans that run builds that synergize to slow games down to a halt. You'll also avoid a lot of Sherpa teams when you duo queue, But then in sixes, it's going to help with the team-based matchmaking as well. When you're a duo, you've got some of the key communication that's required to overcome some of the most basic pain points, like solo teammates not capping zones, not pushing advantages, not securing heavy ammo. Just having one other player doing these things with you is often the difference between winning and having fun and getting pummeled and hating it. You've been there as a solo player. The other team gets heavy every time. You die to rockets and GLs 3 lives in a row, and then they snowball super energy, and it's a mess. So while your duo is just big enough to help offset those things, your duo is also just small enough to avoid the 4 and 5 and 6 stacks. And that's also the key here. All the benefits without the painful drawbacks. This first hack is one that I feel the effects of frequently because I'm a solo player by nature. I don't play with other people very much. I just don't. And I run into duos a lot in PvP, both in 6s and in 3s, and I've felt the effects of having that duo on the other team a lot. One duo of decent players can totally derail the whole match for me. They farm my teammates, which leaves me fighting an uphill battle against more super energy, greater numbers, and total control of the spawns and heavy ammo. So hack number 1, duo queue. It's going to provide an instant boost to your performance, I guarantee it. Okay, moving on to hack number 2. If you intentionally queue at the right times of the day, you're going to have a better time. I'm on so much that I can actually see the swings in player population in real time, and I look forward to specific times in the day because I know things are going to get better. If you can queue up your matches during the hours when greater numbers of players are logged in, then you're going to avoid bad matchmaking, bad connections, worse lobby balancing, and finding the same teams and players over and over again that you're trying to avoid after you play them. Steam Charts has consistently for years now shown that Destiny player counts peak 2 times each day. The numbers shoot up and then gradually come back down twice a day. And those 2 times are at 3 p.m. Pacific time and 10 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm on Eastern, that's 12 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you can ride those waves, you're going to have a much better experience overall. It doesn't mean you have to log in specifically at those times, but as those player counts are high and while they're coming down off of those waves, that's when you should be queuing. Destiny's matchmaking systems work best when the game has a lot of players to pull from to fill your lobbies. Your queues will be faster, your match quality will be consistently higher if you can queue during those times. The downside to this hack is that Destiny is a global community. So for some of you, those peak hours hit either in the middle of your REM cycle or the middle of your workday, and if that's you, then I'm genuinely sorry. But for some of us, having a better Destiny experience just means shuffling a couple of things around in our daily routine. Maybe you move your gym time to the evening and your game time to the late afternoon, or whatever it may be. But if you can ride those waves, it will be a noticeable change in how much you enjoy Destiny and how well you play. And then moving on to the final hack. This one has to do with what you choose to equip during your matches. There are various terms for it, but at the base level, it's just a very basic team composition that I refer to as the tag and frag tactic. Because of the way that Destiny PvP works and functions at the ground level, if you have one person doing big burst damage from the end of a lane or a big gap, then you have the second player run something like SMG Shoddy, SMG Fusion, and run through the lane while it's safe. Then you can sideline an enemy or two and have your teammate be aggressive while also securing that mid-map control. This is literally the formula that most Sherpa teams use in trials. One of them will typically run something like a bow or a 120 hand cannon, sometimes a sniper, but usually it's something that takes primary ammo and is spammable and does big chunk damage to rip shields in a single shot. Then they call out when they've tagged someone, and that frees their teammate to push up close and either kill the target or push a different one while the tag guy drops back for health. So this basically sidelines a player on the enemy team, and your aggressive teammate can move up while the person doing the tagging, the person with the bow, whatever, they can follow them into the mid-map area and lock down that map control, that new area of the map, and then start working those new lanes and choke points from there. It's the old tag and frag. You don't want your aggressor to go in first and initiate an engagement. You want the tagger to open the door for them, essentially. Even in 6s, I see a lot of duos doing this exact thing. One of them tags with a lemon arc or a sniper or a 120 or even a scout rifle. And then the teammate will sprint through the lane and punish you with superior map control and weapons like shotguns, fusions, SMGs, which are hard to counter when you're already on your back foot getting pressured into a spawn area. So if you're taking advantage of hack number 1, then you may as well tag on hack number 3 here and start thinking about which one of you is going to tag and which one of you is going to frag. Note that the tagger won't get as many final blows. It's the reason why Trials kill counts always show the SMGs on top for final blows and the lemon arc is lower down the list. That's because the tagging weapon isn't there to secure kills directly, but to prime targets for death instead. And that's the third and final PvP hack. So there you have it, Guardians. Those are my 3 PvP hacks based on personal observation and experience over the years. These are simple things you can do to immediately improve your personal performance and pleasure while playing Destiny. These things are subject to change as Bungie makes changes to matchmaking systems, weapon tuning, and map design. But quite frankly, I think Bungie has shown that PvP changes happen very, 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 very slowly. So you can probably bank on these hacks working for the foreseeable future. Thanks as always for tuning into the video. Your viewership means the world to me. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it and subscribe for additional Destiny 2 content. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.